This is part 3 to What If Naruto had the tenseigan. We left off with Naruto and Team 7 introducing themselves, and Kakashi telling them to meet at the training grounds for the bell test. Naruto is at his desk at night and decides to write a letter to Lord Third. He writes, "Lord Third, why? Why did you leave me alone? Why haven't you talked to me in the 9 years that you left me alone? I've progressed so much. On the night of my 3rd birthday, I waited for you to visit, but you never did. Every day, I hope that you will knock on my door and talk with me, even if it isn't for long. I've become a Genin. I thought you might come and congratulate me, but it seems that I was wrong. Lord Third, ever since that day, everything I see is grey. I can no longer see the colour. After being alone for all these years, I can't see the colour anymore. I wanted to be the Hokage, but I've lost all hope. I met my sensei today, and just as I expected, when I told him my aspirations, he ignored me. He dismissed me like I didn't even exist." From Naruto. Naruto leaves his house and knocks on the Hokage's office. The door opens, and standing there is Lord Third. Naruto, in silence, hands Hiruzen the letter and leaves. Hiruzen tries to stop Naruto, but he is already gone. Hiruzen then reads his letter. After he finishes reading the letter, it falls out of his hands and floats down to the ground. The page begins to dampen in places. This is because tears are falling down his face, dripping onto the paper. Hiruzen then sits down at the Hokage's chair and thinks about his failure. He looks up at Minato's photo and apologizes as he passes out on the desk. The next day then begins, and as instructed, Naruto didn't eat and waited at the training grounds. Naruto waits with Sasuke and Sakura. Finally, Kakashi arrives and gives his usual "I was lost on the path of life" excuse. He then explains the rules of the bell test and is about to say begin when Naruto asks, "Sensei, can we use attacks that can kill?" Kakashi, confused, says yes, that's fine. Kakashi then says begin, as all three scatter. Sasuke and Sakura are the first to attack. They attack as much as possible, but to no avail. Even when Sasuke uses the Great Fireball Jutsu, Kakashi just substitutes himself out of there. Naruto then finally reveals himself with his usual blank expression and walks towards Kakashi. Naruto stops 2 meters away from Kakashi and looks Kakashi dead in the eyes as Naruto uses almighty pull on the bells, bringing him both the bells. He chucks one to Sasuke and one to Sakura. Naruto then looks at Kakashi and says, "I'll go back to the academy." Naruto awaits for a response from Kakashi with his lifeless eyes. Kakashi finally opens his mouth and says, "You will pass." Naruto is a little shocked, as he doesn't have a bell, but he doesn't question because he is happy for the first time in a while that he's a ninja. Kakashi tells Naruto to stay behind. Sasuke and Sakura leave, and Naruto sits on a log and waits for Kakashi to talk. After several minutes of silence, Kakashi asks Naruto, "What was that? How did you take the bells?" Naruto then replies, saying, "It's one of my ocular abilities." Kakashi nods and then asks another question. "You asked me if you could use jutsu that could kill. What exactly is that jutsu?" Naruto performs hand seals, and black lightning appears around his hand, similar to the Chidori, but it seems to be several times more powerful. Naruto explains the jutsu, and Kakashi is amazed. "Naruto, I would like to have a one-on-one spar with you." Naruto is happy to hear this, as he thought Kakashi disliked him. Naruto says, "Okay." Naruto and Kakashi are on opposite sides of the training grounds. Kakashi then says, "Let's get started." Naruto immediately uses wind-style air bullets, which Kakashi narrowly dodges, or so he thought. A small cut appears on his cheek. Kakashi thinks to himself, "This kid, he's strong." Naruto then says to Kakashi, "Sensei, with all due respect, I advise you use your Sharingan." Kakashi wonders how Naruto knows, but knows that it will probably be necessary, as he pulls up his headband. "Let's go again, Naruto," Kakashi says. Naruto in this battle is trying to prove his strength, and so he forms a bit of a psychopathic grin as he pulls out a blade. Naruto then runs wind chakra through his blade and swings the blade towards Kakashi. Wind slices through the air and through the ground, rushing towards Kakashi. However, Kakashi manages to dodge and uses water-style raging waves, but Naruto jumps out of the way. Kakashi then sees this as an opportunity, as he throws a kunai infused with lightning chakra at Naruto. However, Naruto then bends backwards in the air, dodging the kunai. Kakashi then jumps at Naruto with a Chidori in hand. However, Naruto uses Almighty Push to knock Kakashi back. Kakashi follows up with a Water Dragon Jutsu. Naruto uses Lightning Stream on the dragon, which causes electricity to flow towards Kakashi. Naruto then dodges the dragon in time as he looks for Kakashi in the aftermath. However, he isn't there. All of a sudden, a kunai is against Naruto's neck. It's Kakashi. Naruto then says, "I give, you win, Sensei. Although, of course, you have to be strong to be a Jonin." Kakashi then says to Naruto, "Well done, Naruto. You are possibly Jonin level yourself. However, I didn't see you use your Black Lightning." Naruto then responds saying, "You're right, but there wasn't much of a chance to." Kakashi says, "I see. Well, anyways, missions start tomorrow. Goodbye, Naruto." Naruto also says goodbye and leaves. For the next 3 weeks, Team 7 completes 42 missions. That's 2 missions a day. Team 7 enters the Hokage's office and Naruto asks Kakashi, "Kakashi-sensei, can you ask Lord Third for a higher ranked mission? I believe that the skill of this team are being wasted on D-rank missions. I believe that in order to better the skills of everyone in this team, as well as to boost morale, we should do some C-rank missions." Due to Naruto's well thought out argument, Kakashi asked Lord Hokage for a C-rank mission. Hiruzen thinks about this for a moment, and then calls in the bridge builder Tazuna. Tazuna walks in drunk and makes fun of Sakura, then shifts his gaze to Naruto, and just before Tazuna is about to make fun of Naruto, Naruto looks at Tazuna with his tenseigan and releases a small amount of bloodlust. Tazuna stops in his tracks and becomes silent. Hiruzen then explains the mission, and from that, the Land of Wave arcs begins. The Land of Wave arc begins as Naruto is leaving the office. Hiruzen says, "Naruto, I'm sorry." Naruto then realizes that Hiruzen did read the letter. Naruto then turns back and says, "I'm sorry too, Lord Third. I know you're busy. I shouldn't have been selfish like that." Naruto then bows and leaves, as Hiruzen thinks to himself, "No, it's me who should be apologizing, Naruto." This is the end to part 3 of What If Naruto Had the Tenseigan. I hope you all enjoyed, and consider liking and subscribing. And with that, this is the end of the video.